Education and the workforce is an ongoing topic we've been writing and talking about, and isn't going away anytime soon. And today Chuck Mills is here to talk a little bit on that subject. Chuck, you're involved in this in a number of ways, including the Oklahoma Works initiative. Right. And we're talking about educating people so that when they graduate from college or career tech, they've got the skills they need to step into a job that's waiting for them. That's the ultimate goal, right?
That's absolutely right.
So when does this need to start? What do we need to do to get these people ready?
Well, you know, it's got to start earlier. And there are some areas, I'll use Pryor Public Schools in Mayes County as a prime result. Of course, they've got the Mid-America Industrial Park, so they have some serious heavy-hitting business that can step up and help. But they actually start pre-K, and they start with a character piece that goes all the way through high school. And they start embedding career awareness and career pathway development. And you know, it's not like just making them grow up too fast. Everyone's got a problem or a concern about that. And it's really just trying to make education fun again and exposing them to opportunities like, you know, when you ask kindergartners or first graders, what do you want to be when you grow up? And
a firefighter.
I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a policeman. I want to be president. I want to be a beauty queen. Whatever sounds kind of fun. And so what we'd like to do is get them to think about other things that they might be interested in. Maybe they want to be a doctor, which is fine. Maybe they want to be a scientist. Maybe they want to be, maybe they like to make things. Let's be a manufacturer or a repair person. Or we need a lot of trade people that can see satisfaction in what they're doing and be paid well, compensated properly. And they don't necessarily have to go to college. They can go to a career tech and have some certification. And personally, I know a lot of heat and air and plumbers and electricians that make some pretty good money.
So how do you start introducing a young child like that to something that doesn't look as flashy, or they don't understand exactly what a scientist would do? Or
well, you know, some of that is just getting their curiosity. I think about my own children. I was invited to a second grade class along with doctors and attorneys and other industries. And so I went in and I make drilling bits, and I happened to have a small one. So I took a solid piece of steel and I took the finished bit and I went in and I said, okay, I make this product, this bit, out of this solid piece of steel. I said, it's like magic. And they can understand that. They're like, oh, it's like magic. How do you do it though? So I start talking about the process, and then if I get the opportunity, I can take them down to my shop and show them this computerized machine that is doing all these operations, cutting away all this steel, and they can see the magic actually happen. And so that's when the sparks start. And some kids will go, okay, that was fun, they're off to something else. But others are fascinated.
That's what hooks them.
And that's what hooks them. And that's the base. Maybe we take them to another type of business, but we have business people engaged with the students, showing them how it could be fun how they have fun in their job, or what can be fun about their job, and some of the things that they need to know. So each grade gets progressively a little bit, more intense, but it starts off with the little fun stuff, and then it gets a little more serious as they get older, and you got the job shadowing, the job tour, the internships, but we also have to work with the teachers too. And there are externship opportunities where teachers can come in and understand how what they're teaching works in a classroom, how it's applied. There's an Oklahoma Industry Education Partnership that goes on every summer where 100 teachers, math and science, come in and get to go tour businesses and get to talk to the employers and the employees about how math and science is used in their jobs. And then they go back, take that information back to the classroom, and they understand what they're teaching, how it works in the real world, and they can help these kids. But part of that is really just getting the kids' interests and finding out what they like to do, because every child should have the opportunity to enjoy going to work every day, doing something they like, and to be paid for it. There are lots of jobs out there, lots of different jobs. And the opportunities are there, we're just not matching it up very well. And so that's where it all starts. Again, I'll go back to Mays County. In the 3rd grade, they're not the only school or schools in the state that do this or country, but they have a 3rd graders go to work class. Every 3rd grader, each class picks out a business. They do research on the business, and then the business people come in, they talk about the business, what they do, what education's required. Then they take them out to the business to do a tour, and they show them everything about that business.
Here's what you would do in
right.
your day if
and
you
they
came
even
to
give them a
work
little
here.
printed business card. So they all get a business card. That happens in the 3rd grade. Then they have another program in the 4th, 5th, and in the 6th grade, they go to a Junior Achievement Biz Town in Tulsa. We used to have one here in Oklahoma City called Exchange City. And it's virtually a city. I mean, there's a newspaper. They actually publish a newspaper, but these kids, they apply for a job in the city, and they're trained for 6 or 8 weeks before they go to this day in the city. And they operate this city. It's all tied by computers. They've got manufacturing where they make crafts, and they're all paid. And then they can all go to the snack bar where students are working snack bar, food service, or whatever. And but there's a city hall, there's a UPS shipping store, there's everything you can imagine in this city a whole day. So they actually get to understand what the different jobs are. And maybe they like it, and maybe they don't. You know, that's another way for an internship almost to happen, is learn about this job, go try it in a semi-normal setting, and go, well, maybe I like that, or maybe I don't, and let's try something else.
It sounds like a lot of these programs and things you're talking about really rely on the businesses in the community to step in and help.
Well, that's part of the governor's Oklahoma Works program. We've broken the state into 9 regions, and we're trying to develop local solutions by bringing educators and business and service providers together to create local solutions, because different parts of the states have different focus on industry. They have different issues that they may have to deal with, the size of the school, the type of the school, the type of business. And so bringing local solutions or generated local solutions together by local business people and educators is the key, is the base to this and the key to making this work. And this is how we're going to get past this budget crunch we're in right now. We're going to have to step up and make it happen ourselves. The business community has to get involved. The government's not going to come and fix this. They don't have the money. They can't do it. So that doesn't mean that life stops, education stops. We have to continue to work and help these kids be prepared to have a successful future and keep them in school. If we can make education fun, they won't be dropping out. They won't be disconnected. They'll stay curious. They'll have some initiative because they have a goal. They have some direction, and they know what's on the other side with a job and a career and a successful life. And that's really the key.
Well, sounds like a great plan.
It's a great plan. It's going to take a lot of work.
Well, thanks for telling us about all that, and we appreciate your efforts.
You're
we
welcome.
look forward to see what happens with this.
All right. You bet.